Today's video is brought to you by Squarespace, my go-to for building a website and online shop. Hello everyone! After a long summer without working on any personal pieces, it feels so good to dive back into painting another original portrait again. If you'd like to watch several hours of real-time tutorials with voiceovers recorded as I paint, plus access to hundreds of hours of exclusive content and monthly art rewards, feel free to check out my Patreon at patreon.com/happydartist. It's a space where I share more in-depth content for those of you who want to dive deeper into technique, process, and the behind-the-scenes moments that don't always make it into these videos. After finishing the concept sketch for this piece, I took a photo of it with my phone, printed it out on an 11 by 14 inch sheet of paper, and then used carbon paper to transfer it onto my 11 by 14 inch gesso board panel. Then I sprayed the panel with fixative, let it dry, and then I toned the panel by first wiping down the entire surface with Sennelier Green for Oil thinner, and then I dipped the same paper towel in some raw umber paint and smeared it around the panel, not aiming for a perfectly smooth coverage since most of this will be painted over anyway. After about a day, the panel was dry enough for me to paint over. I like using the Sennelier Green for Oil thinner because it's non-toxic, but it does dry slower than Gamsol, so the trick to getting it to dry faster is to use as little of it as possible to get the job done. Honestly, the same principle applies to any brand of paint thinner you may use, including Gamsol too. We often don't need as much as we think, and Gamsol makes the paint dry slower and makes it runny and behave in ways that we can't predict or control. So always try to use a little bit to start, and you can always add more if you need. But if you use too much up front, it's really hard to take it away. In order to see my now faint transfer lines better, I start the painting process by tracing over some of those lines with a thin brush and some burnt sienna oil paint. And then I pick a starting point and render out from there, trying to make it as finished and polished as I can, but also reserving some work for the second pass later on. So I aim for perfection, but I forgive myself if I can't achieve it because I always have an opportunity to fix things or improve things on my second pass. I have not worked on a personal piece all summer due to other personal life and work obligations, and I was almost nervous to paint after a 4-month hiatus. I had done a few basic exercises for class, but that doesn't count. I haven't painted a face in like 4 months. I thought painting would be like riding a bike, but I was wrong. Even if you've been painting for over a decade, if you go a long time without practicing it, you're not just going to get back into the swing of things at 100% capacity right away. There is that initial awkward period where you have to remind yourself of how paint feels and moves and behaves. At least this was my experience. This is probably why her face looks annoyed instead of pensive, like I had intended in the concept sketch. I simply forgot how to paint a soft expression. This will definitely be something to fix in the second pass, I guess. Okay, and that about wraps up part 1 of this painting series. Life has gotten extremely busy all of a sudden, so I really gotta break up my paintings into many parts so that I can keep making videos for you guys every month. But it is also nice to get a slowed down, closer look at each individual step of my painting process, so I hope you all did enjoy watching this. And of course, you guessed it, my eternal never-ending sale is still going on in my shop, so if you'd like 20% off your order of prints and originals, just enter the code HOLIDAY at happyd-artist.com. And if you're interested in learning more about how to paint and draw, I have lots of art educational content on my Patreon page, including exclusive video tutorials, step-by-step photo tutorials, live streams, podcasts, and even surprise art gift boxes. All available at patreon.com/happydartist. I'd love to have you join my Patreon family. A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video and supporting the art community. I've been using Squarespace for 10 years now, and it's been an integral part of being able to make a living as an artist. Aside from their beautiful customizable templates and easy-to-use interface, Squarespace now has so many robust tools to help make website building be both effective and intuitive. There's a new design intelligence feature that uses a combination of industry experience and cutting-edge AI to help you make a website bespoke to your brand and digital identity. Squarespace takes the intimidation out of setting up an online shop with their intuitive e-commerce platform that accepts every type of payment method you can imagine, all with just a few simple clicks, so you can easily sell your work all around the world. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/happydartist to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Also, if you want to check out more artworks, works in progress, and just random daily artist adventures, feel free to check out my Instagram, and you can follow me at the handle @happydartist.